Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a really fascinating copy and paste affiliate marketing method taught by Markel Prines. He calls it the magic link. Now, if you've ever found yourself totally stuck on those initial hurdles of starting a digital business, actually getting real eyeballs on your offers without just burning through cash, well, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Markel actually promises a system so streamlined you could potentially start earning within just 72 hours. We're going to deconstruct exactly how his $7 entry point system works, the actual math behind it, and why he claims it totally solves the absolute biggest bottleneck in online business. Let's get right into it.
Right out of the gate, Markel establishes proof of concept with a very specific number, $289.80. This brilliantly illustrates his core premise, right? You absolutely don't need a massive, scary upfront investment to see real returns. He generated this nearly $300 return using a product that literally only costs $7 to start. It's a huge attention grabber. He's using his own results to show exactly what's mathematically possible when you combine a low-cost entry point with a highly targeted system. So, how exactly did he turn a $7 tool into that?
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the bloodline traffic. Next, decoding the magic link. Then, the real secret of list building, scaling up with the mega link, and finally, the success checklist.
Starting off with Section 1, the bloodline, which is traffic.
Addressing the universal challenge of pretty much any online business, Markel doesn't mince words here. He says, traffic is the bloodline of your business. It will make or break your business. And honestly, he's hit the nail on the head. Without consistent visitors, no affiliate product, no matter how incredible it is going to generate a single dime of income. It is the primary roadblock for beginners. You can have the absolute best sales funnel in the world, but if nobody sees it, it just doesn't matter. Markel positions his entire method as a direct solution to this critical bottleneck. He makes traffic acquisition the absolute foundation right from day one, rather than just some afterthought.
So, to solve that massive traffic problem, Markel introduces the magic link. What is it? Basically, it's a $7 entry point system designed to do two things at the exact same time: generate targeted traffic for your business and actually pay you micro commissions just for getting clicks. It kind of flips the traditional model totally on its head. Instead of paying out of pocket for ads and just crossing your fingers for a sale later to recoup the cost, the magic link is designed to help you generate initial earnings during.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a really fascinating copy and paste affiliate marketing method.
He generated this nearly $300 return using a product that literally only costs $7 to start. It's a huge attention grabber. He's using his own results to show exactly what's mathematically possible when you combine a low-cost entry point with a highly targeted system. So, how exactly did he turn a $7 tool into that?
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the bloodline traffic. Next, decoding the magic link. Then, the real secret of list building, scaling up with the mega link, and finally, the success checklist.
Starting off with Section 1, the bloodline, which is traffic.
Addressing the universal challenge of pretty much any online business, Markel doesn't mince words here. He says, traffic is the bloodline of your business. It will make or break your business. And honestly, he's hit the nail on the head. Without consistent visitors, no affiliate product, no matter how incredible it is going to generate a single dime of income. It is the primary roadblock for beginners. You can have the absolute best sales funnel in the world, but if nobody sees it, it just doesn't matter. Markel positions his entire method as a direct solution to this critical bottleneck. He makes traffic acquisition the absolute foundation right from day one, rather than just some afterthought.
So, to solve that massive traffic problem, Markel introduces the magic link. What is it? Basically, it's a $7 entry point system designed to do two things at the exact same time: generate targeted traffic for your business and actually pay you micro commissions just for getting clicks. It kind of flips the traditional model totally on its head. Instead of paying out of pocket for ads and just crossing your fingers for a sale later to recoup the cost, the magic link is designed to help you generate initial earnings during the traffic acquisition phase itself. It's really clever.
Moving on to Section 2, decoding the magic link.
Mathematically, this $7 system is super fascinating because for your initial $7, you aren't just getting, some generic informational PDF. You get a tangible asset, 100 clicks of traffic. But not just any traffic. Markel notes this traffic is actually sourced from his mentor, Wayne. Now, Wayne is a 15-year veteran in solo ads. That means he commands massive, established email lists that you can instantly tap into to send visitors to your offers. That's a huge value add for $7. Plus, the system offers a full 100% commission. So if you refer someone else who buys the magic link, boom, you make that $7 right back immediately.
But here's the micro-level mechanic that makes this whole thing truly unique. You actually earn a 30-cent commission every single time your magic link is clicked. Markel illustrates this in his presentation by showing a 60-cent commission statement. He explains that it represents exactly 2 clicks at 30 cents each. Now look, 30 or 60 cents might not sound like life-changing money, right? But Markel wants us to think about the psychology and the math here. You are literally getting paid for the activity of people interacting with your link. This starts offsetting your marketing costs immediately. It's a real game changer.
Which brings us to Section 3, the real secret, list building. Markel insists that those micro-commissions, that's just the surface layer. He shares a stat from one of his own landing pages showing an absolutely incredible 43.47% conversion rate. Now, to put that into perspective, in the affiliate marketing industry, anything over 20 or 30% is generally considered excellent. Over 43%, that's totally outstanding. And it really proves the high quality of the traffic provided by his mentor, Wayne. It means almost half the people hitting his page are taking action.
So what does that percentage actually translate to in the real world? Well, for Markel, it translated to 366 leads. This is where the light bulb should really go off. The true value of the Magic Link system isn't just making a few cents on a click. It's acquiring a robust list of email subscribers while simultaneously getting paid those micro commissions. He got 366 highly targeted people onto his email list. That's an audience he can now market to directly, again and again.
The absolutely crucial point here is this self-sustaining pipeline. Think of it like this. Step 1, you buy into the system and get your traffic. Step 2, you earn micro commissions at 30 cents a click as that traffic rolls in. Step 3, you capture those clicks as leads, effectively turning a temporary visitor into a permanent asset. And Step 4, you market to that captive email list. You send follow-up offers tomorrow, the day after, and well into the future. This is exactly how you build long-term passive income rather than just endlessly hunting for one-off sales every single day.
Okay, let's dive into Section 4, scaling up with the Mega Link.
So while the Magic Link focuses heavily on low-ticket, front-end list building and traffic generation, Markel introduces the next logical step, which is scaling up through his team builder concepts. For an additional $7 investment, you can grab what he calls the Mega Link. The Mega Link is designed to tap into a much larger ecosystem meant for major scaling. It shifts you from just capturing leads and making small click commissions to actively participating in a much more comprehensive product suite.
According to Markel's system, this Mega Link unlocks first-level commissions across a really wide range of products within their ecosystem. We are talking about scaling from 30-cent clicks and $7 referrals all the way up to massive high-ticket commissions. In fact, he explicitly states that these commissions can reach upwards of $6,000 or more per sale. That is the true back end of this operation. You use the Magic Link to build the list on the cheap, and then use the Mega Link and Team Builder concepts to monetize that list with premium, high-ticket offers.
But there's an important caveat here. Markel notes that while the Mega Link unlocks those first-level commissions automatically, accessing the highly lucrative second-level commissions requires an extra step. Users actually have to attend an exclusive free training session hosted directly by his mentor. This is a really smart way to ensure quality control, right? It makes sure that anyone accessing the highest earning potential of the ecosystem fully understands how the whole system works and is aligned with their marketing strategies. It keeps users super engaged in their own education process.
And finally, Section 5, the success checklist.
To kickstart this whole process without the guesswork, Marco offers a specific bundle of tools to bring it all together, especially for beginners. He gives serious builders his comprehensive 10-step system, his affiliate marketing success checklist, and the exact special pre-written emails needed to generate those clicks. The ultimate goal of this toolkit? To get you generating actual income within the next 72 hours. He's completely removing the friction of having to write your own copy or figure out complex email sequencing from scratch.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want to leave you with a final thought. Just think about the mechanics we just walked through today. How could utilizing a self-funding traffic system, combining those immediate micro commissions with long-term list building, fundamentally change your approach to finding and retaining customers online? If your traffic is essentially paying for itself, the ceiling for your digital business effectively disappears. Thanks so much for joining me as we unpack the Magic Link system, and I hope this gives you a powerful, structured new perspective on how to approach digital marketing. See you next time.
They keep telling you, Stay motivated. Watch this. Listen to that. Get inspired. But what happens when the video ends? When the music fades? When nobody's clapping, watching, or waiting for you to win? What moves you then? I used to run on borrowed energy, quotes, speeches, people hyping me. Felt unstoppable for a moment, then I'd crash, like it was never in me. That's the problem with external fuel. It burn quick, don't last, don't rule. You dependent on a source outside, so when it disappears, so do you. I was chasing feelings, not building fire, waiting to feel ready instead of climbing higher. But readiness ain't a mood you catch, it's a discipline you wire. So I had to ask myself something different. If nobody ever told me keep going, would I answer that honestly? I realize purpose don't scream, it whispers. It ain't in the crowd, it's found in the mirror. It ain't an applause or validation checks. It's in what you do when there's nothing to flex. Motivation temporary, purpose permanent. One phase away, the other's inherent. You don't wake up feeling it every day, but purpose don't care how you feel anyway. It moves through you even when you're tired, even when life feel misaligned and wired. It's that quiet push you can't explain. Let's say do it again through the doubt and pain. So I stopped asking how do I feel and started asking what's real, what's mine to build, what's mine to create. That's when I found something stronger than fate. I don't need a reason, I am the reason. I am the reason. I don't need the feeling, I don't need the feeling. I move with meaning. No more waiting, no more waiting, no more chasing, no more chasing. Internal driver, that's what's leading. Yeah. Now I move like it's already decided. No hesitation, no need to be guided. I built a system inside of my soul that don't break down when I'm losing control. External noise don't shake my direction. I learned to operate without the connection. Not disconnected but self-sustained. Energy internal, never drained. I don't need hype, I don't need cheers. I done built this through blood, sweat, tears. Every rep carved into my frame. Now discipline calling me by name. This is what it look like when purpose drive. You ain't just working, you feel alive. Even in struggle there's something deeper. You not just moving, you moving with meaning. Listen close. Purpose don't shout, it pulls. It don't beg, it demands. And once you feel it, you can't go back. There's gonna be days you don't feel like it. Do it anyway. There's gonna be days you question everything. Keep going anyway. Because the ones who make it ain't the most motivated, they the most committed to something deeper than motivation. I don't need a reason, I am the reason, I don't need the feeling, I move with meaning. No more waiting, no more chasing, internal driver, that's what's leading. When the world go quiet, when the noise disappear, when nobody's watching, that's when you find out if you really got it, or if you was just borrowing it.
Let me ask you a question. If somebody told you that you needed to spend $497 just to start creating AI UGC videos, would you believe them? Because that is exactly how a lot of creators get trapped. They watch a long presentation, see a pile of bonuses, and convince themselves that expensive automatically means better. But here is the truth. The smartest creator is not the person with the most subscriptions. It is the person who knows how to turn one idea into a complete content system. I create realistic spokesperson videos, cinematic stories, product style UGC, horror reels, advertisements, and social content without building my business around another monthly payment. And I put the strategy behind that process inside the free Hustleverse Movie Studio AI UGC blueprint. This is not about making another generic avatar stare into a camera. It is about thinking like a movie studio. Strong hooks, believable characters, detailed environments, multiple scenes, consistent voices, quality control, and a clear call to action. You can do things the expensive way if you want. Or you can learn the smarter workflow first, understand which tools actually matter, and build a system you control. Before you spend hundreds of dollars on another promise, get the free blueprint, study the process, then decide what your content business really needs. The link is available now. Download the Hustleverse Movie Studio AI UGC blueprint and start creating like a studio, not a subscriber.
I give you food for action, don't choke on the truth. This lesson I prepare was made just for you. Feast up, I'll keep serving till the pot run dry. Got enough cooking to feed the whole country, no lie. Too many flavors, you know, I got what you like. Don't start beefing with me, you won't win this fight. If you come in peace, keep your teeth intact. I got a plan to get this cake, come grab a stack. Life could be sweet, if you listen you'll see. Food for action on a platter, served fresh by me. I'm serving knowledge on plates, got the recipe down. A blend of hustle and wisdom, that's my sound. I'm feeding the masses, no crumbs, full course. But if you bring nothing to the table, find the door. Stop acting like you got beef, it won't taste right. This flavor's reserved for those ready.
Okay, family, we are live. We are live. And once again, I want to welcome you guys back to another episode of the Hustlers 10-Minute a Day Challenge. Today is strong 63, day 1, and we are right at 18 minutes into today's challenge. So, let's do what we do, right? Let's start by peeling the curtain back. And we have to expose that most valuable document in all of online marketing. Well, let me ask you a question first. I want to ask you, how was your weekend? How was your Saturday and Sunday? Did you get everything out of it that you expected? Were you able to relax and unwind? Did you get the opportunity to enjoy yourself? Did you, spend some time outside? I know the weather is here in Virginia was pretty nice. I'm looking outside now and it's, the sun is out. We can be glad for that. It was, a time frame where it was like a week straight where we had nothing but cloudy days and rain. So once when you get the opportunity to see the sun and you see it being bright outside, you appreciate it. And then now, looking at the time of the year, the summer is basically almost over. The kids is going back to school. And so once when that transition point starts to occur, that's when, summer starts to, fade away. It becomes a thing of the past. And then we start getting into the fall season. But I don't want you to look at that negatively. The word fall, you know, nobody wants to fall. I just had a vision in my mind, of the commercials with the old people. And, it used to be a classic commercial. The I'm falling and I can't get up commercials, right? I don't know why that just popped into my mind, but the idea of the idea of falling, I don't want you to get hung up on that. I don't want you to get that into your mindset and that you look at, hey, the ending of, the summer, 90-degree weather, 100-degree weather in some areas. Now you start getting into more of the milder temperatures. You start getting into, the low 90s. low 80s, start getting into the 70s. And, you know, for some people, that's perfect weather. That's the perfect weather. A lot of people don't like to be flustered by extreme heat. Just like with your online business, you don't want to be flustered with extreme situations. You want to make sure that everything is, manageable, that it's something that you can actually deal with, that you can be comfortable with. And I think about it in terms of the weather because summertime, I love the summertime, but when you think about those extreme summer days, when you're in the upper 90s or close to 100, there's not much you can do to cool off. If you're out and about, then the only thing you can do is possibly, if you're in the store and they got air conditioning, you stay in that store. If you're in your car, then you stay under the air conditioning. But you standing outside in the elements, in the midst of it all, there's not much you can do. If you're already in shorts and a t-shirt, there's not much else you can do to make yourself cooler, right? You can't strip in the middle of the street. But when it comes to more of the temperatures like the fall, and it starts to get more manageable, then you have more ways to be flexible. On those days where, it's a little cool, you can put on a long sleeve shirt. If it starts to warm up, then you can switch to a short sleeve shirt. If it starts to get really cold, then you can put on a jacket or a coat. So those are manageable situations. And I want you to start thinking about this next transition when it comes to, you know, the 4 seasons and the next season that you are about to enter. I want you to enjoy the season that you're in now. The season that says, hey, it might be a little extreme. Things are happening around you that, hey, you can't control. The temperature is hot. Things are at a boiling point. And it might be like that in your life, not just temperature wise. It could be at a boiling point in your business, and you feel like there's not much you can actually do to change the situation. But the one thing that you're not going to do is give up. That's never an option. So for the vast majority of people that's watching that wants to get to a point in their life where they're able to manage the situation and they're able to have a good balance and be able to maneuver. I hope you were watching that intro training because that intro training conducted by my business partner, the AI, it gave you that that medium point. It gave you a situation where you can actually manage. And hopefully you were listening because that video right there, that training, it solved one of the biggest problems that most online marketers will face. I would say 99.9% of online marketers will face the problem that that video gave the solution to. And that problem is a lack of traffic. Now, traffic, as it stated, and you know, it reframed my words. As I said before, traffic is the lifeblood of your business and anybody's business and everybody's business, whether you're online or offline. If you have a physical store, in order to keep that store operating, you need traffic or what they call foot traffic. You need people at least walking by so that they can see the sign in your window. They can see the big flashy sign that's outside, that's overhead your building, so that they have the opportunity to come inside and see what you have to offer. Now, if there's no traffic on that particular street, then essentially there's no business, or that business will soon be boarded up. Now, the same thing applies online. You need traffic. I don't care if you have the greatest product on earth. If nobody sees it, it's kind of like, you know, the saying of if a tree falls in the woods, does it make a loud sound? Well, if it makes a loud sound and nobody's there, then no, it doesn't make a loud sound. Technically it does, but technically it doesn't. See, loud noises or loud sounds ends in results. It ends in attention when people are around, when there's traffic. If you were to hear a tree fall, then it will send signals to you. You will either get alarmed and you'll look in that direction, you'll focus on that direction, you'll want to know where that tree is that fell. And for the vast majority of people, they never want to have a tree fall on them, but if they hear a tree falling, they always want to possibly go to the area and see the damage. That's still traffic. That's attention. And once when they get there, maybe that tree was knocked down on purpose. Maybe there's something else there behind that tree that's worth looking at. And that tree falling just gave you the opportunity to show it. So, that beginning training, it gave you the solution to one of the biggest problems that anybody with the business face, lack of traffic. So hopefully, if you're ready on this Monday, which we call Take Your Heart Back Monday, if you're ready to take your heart back, hopefully that right there helps put you in the right path so that you can actually do that. And I want to be able to extend that offer to you because that offer that training talked about was something that I was introduced a couple of years ago. I was introduced to that opportunity, and the opportunity is still here today, but it's changed a little bit. It's not the same as it was then. But that's what happens with opportunities. A lot of times opportunities come, they knock on your door, and if you don't answer it then, it doesn't mean that the opportunity may never come back again, but it may never come back around the same exact way that it came the first time. So, if you're interested, first and foremost, in learning how you can fix your traffic problem, and so that you can make as much noise as a fallen tree in the woods and be able to attract an audience of people that will lead to not only views and leads, but also, as they mentioned, micro commissions. Now, everybody loves to see results. And here in the Hustleverse, our goal is to help you achieve as many results as possible and make sure that it's as enjoyable as possible on your journey. So now that we've fixed and solved the problem of traffic for you and made it as easy as possible for you to get the views, now we need to talk about what are you going to show them once when they come, once when they see that tree falling down. It's laying on its side. It's drawing the attention. What is it that you can actually show behind that tree? So right now, I want to transition over to another very valuable document. And it's something that, I would say it's soon enough, it'll be as, possibly as valuable as the Hustler's 10-minute a day challenge document. Right now, it's growing in popularity. It's growing in value because the more you study something and the more you learn and the more you understand the value in something, the more you're able to apply that value to things that will help change your life for the better. So we're going to go over here to the Hustleverse Movie Studio UGC Blueprint. Now, we've been here before and I told you about, the hype framework, which is crucial to building any type of content engine. Now, if you didn't see the training on that, I want you to go back, look at my previous live. I believe it was strong 62, day 4 or 3, right? But I gave you guys a in-depth training on the hype format. Now I might take that down. I'm thinking about taking that down because once again, opportunities, when they knock, when they're live, when they're presented to you, that's when it's at its strongest capacity. And sometimes the opportunities change. So we may have to restrict that one because it was so valuable and powerful. It makes me think about something that I saw on a podcast. And one of the hosts of the podcast said the information that they present, they don't care if it's 10 people or 100 or 1,000 people that see it right away. After that's over, they'll take the information down because it's not important that, hey, somebody else got to see it a week later. It's important that the people that were supposed to see it came at the time where they were supposed to come. If I go live and only one person shows up, then the information might just be meant for that one person so that they can be the one to take the information and be able to turn it into something powerful for themselves. I don't need 1,000,000 people. I just need the right people. The right people to listen, learn, and implement, and then come back to me and say, hey, you were right. This right here actually worked. This right here made a difference in my business or in my overall life. And now I'm going to spread the word. So you might be that spark that turns into a fire that exposes the information way beyond my personal reach. And it might only take one person, the right person, to see the information. So that's where I'm at with it. But right now, I want to show you something. I want to talk to you guys about after you've gotten the traffic, now that you know how to get the traffic, what is it that you bring people to? So in section 4 of the Hustleverse Movie Studio UGC Blueprint, we talk about mastering 5 UGC video types. See, most people, they want to build a business, but they're not sure exactly how they're going to build the business. Some people, they're comfortable with being on camera, but a good majority of people, they're not really comfortable with being on camera. Not just yet. They might need to build their confidence. They might just need to put themselves in a position where they're a little uncomfortable, they're a little unsure, they're seeing something in themselves that might feel, you know, as a might feel like a negative, but in the minds of viewers, it's nothing at all. There's nothing wrong. You might not have combed your hair that day. You might not have put your makeup on. You might not have done a lot of different things. And for you, you might feel like that's a detriment to your content, that people are not going to like you. But a good amount of people who are watching, they're in the same situation. They didn't put their makeup on. They didn't comb their hair. They didn't do something. And now you become more real and more relatable to them. So don't worry about the cosmetic stuff. Don't worry about the things that, hey, you could have possibly changed, but it is what it is. And from my experience, like a lot of online marketers from their experience also, it's usually the least polished content or the thing that you don't really think people are going to gravitate towards. That sometimes is the thing that people gravitate towards the most. There's been times where I've heard a lot of my business partners say, hey, I put all this work and this effort into creating this and nobody showed up. But then I post a simple picture of myself outside or, picture of myself eating or anything basic that's not even related to what I want people to be attracted to, and that gets all the attention. That is going to happen. So, today I want to show you or teach you or have you have a mindset shift that allows you to see that there's multiple ways that you can create content, and if you want to be faceless, you can. If you want to rely solely on an AI UGC avatar, you can do that, or you can blend the two. So it says here, every UGC creator should be proficient in these 5 video formats. Each one serves a different brand goal and commands different rates. Master all 5 and you become a full service creator brands can't ignore. All right, that's what we want. So video type 1, the testimonial review. What it is. This is when you speak directly to the camera, sharing your experience with the product or service. Now, with this right here, once again, if you're comfortable with being on camera, you can actually be the person talking about a product or service on camera, fully conveying your experience with it. Or you can use your AI avatar or your AI twin and have them restate the message for you. So it's kind of like what I do with my intro trainings for over the last year. I let my business partners, the AI, restate my message. They're telling you exactly what I've said in one shape, form, or fashion, but maybe I didn't say it in the language that you speak. Maybe they were able to convey it to you a little bit better. So that's another form of that. And you can use that strategy also. So it says why brands love it. Highest converting format, authentic, believable, and drives direct sales. Why does it do that? Well, people love experiences and being able to get experiences through the eyes of someone else that's actually experienced that thing. It's not like how you see a commercial and you might see someone, a major company, and it's just a advertisement where it's a paid ad. They have paid actors, actresses. They're just trying to sell you on the benefits, the features of the product and service. But imagine just walking up on someone or having someone come on camera and they're giving their real life experience, something that they actually been through, something that, for a fact that they're not exactly a paid actor or actress, but they've been through the situation and they got the result. These convert more because they are more real, and people buy other people's experiences more so than they do a salesperson on an advertisement, because they know that that person is getting paid to make it sound good. So it says here, the length, 30 to 60 seconds. In the rate range, how much do these companies actually pay a person for this type of content? It says $150 to $400 per video. So what if today, on this Monday, you got access to this document and you went through the document and you learned how to actually create your own AI UGC content, and you start implementing the things that's taught in this document. You start reaching out to brands. You start, possibly getting responses by the end of the week. Companies possibly wanting to send you their product. Now you have another problem. It's a good problem. Now you have the opportunity to promote a product, maybe a physical product that somebody has sent you. Now, your AI avatar can't necessarily hold that product. You can't give it to them, but you are that person that, you know, can convey the message better. But you might be able to blend it up. You might be able to set that product down and on a table, a nice table, and just have it as a presentation piece, and you are recording that particular product sitting there. And the only version of you, the human version, that's being exposed might be you holding the product. It might be a video of your hand, of you pressing the button on that product, of you turning the product around, showing the front and the back of it. And then the other clips could be your AI avatar speaking directly into the camera, talking about your real experience. Now, this is where things become creative because now you're blending. You're blending traditional UGC with AI UGC, and you're making yourself stand out. So that right there is video type 1. Now, video type 2, the unboxing, what it is. So you open the product on camera, react naturally, and showcase what's inside. Now, once again, it goes back to the previous point. Your AI avatar can't necessarily open up the box, can't hold it and, showcase it like that. But if you're holding it in your hand, if you're doing the unboxing portion, and I'm pretty sure that you've seen unboxing videos where you see the box in front of the person, you never possibly see their face, but you see them cut the box open. And you hear the sound of the box being cut open. You hear the sound of the plastic and all of the filling being removed. And that goes into another form of content, that's a popular style, what they call ASMR style video, where, your senses is being tingled by the sound. Some people like the sound of, various things, but the sound of a box being cut open, that sound right there can trigger some of those senses. The sound of you popping the bubble wrap that's inside the box, that could be another sensory trigger. And then your AI avatar, you can have them on camera with a surprised look on their face, as if they were the one that just opened up the box. So you can blend it up, you can mix it up. It says why brands love it. It creates excitement and social proof. Great for e-commerce and subscription brands. So the length of these videos says, hey, 45 to 90 seconds. And the rate range, $150 to $500 per video. Now, when we talk about content and promoting products and services, I want you to think about what you've already seen. If you've been on this planet any amount of time, you've seen a commercial. You've seen what an advertisement looks like. And you know for a fact that, most advertisements, they're not 5 minutes long. When was the last time you saw a commercial that was actually 2 minutes, 5 minutes long, or anything like that? No. Usually a commercial is about 30 seconds long. And nowadays they've gotten commercials that go down to 15 seconds. And I've even seen, 7-second clips in between, various content. If you're watching TV, some of the frames, it might be the 7-second clip, 15 seconds, and it's not much going on with it. Now, can you make something for 15 seconds? And can you duplicate that over and over and over and over again, knowing that it only takes 15 to 30 seconds to promote and sell a product? Because for the last, let's say, 80 or so years, that's how commercials have been made. They followed the same format, and companies have been selling products and services using that format. So you don't really have to recreate the time wheel. You don't have to go outside of the box and say, hey, I'm going to do a 5-minute commercial, or it has to be 5 minutes in order for it to sell. No, it says here 45 to 90 seconds. And that's a sweet spot area because it gives you enough time to convey the different aspects of what you want to convey. And in that time frame, it goes back to using our hype framework, right? That we discussed in the previous video. So once again, that's why it's so valuable and important that you never miss an opportunity to learn. See, we talked about the hype framework before. And if you were there, then you would have learned it. And this right here might trigger something in you that helps you further understand why the hype framework is so valuable. But that's part of being in the right place at the right time and doing what's necessary and being consistent, right? So let's move on to video type 3, the tutorial, how to. So what it is, you demonstrate how to use the product step by step. It says why brands love it. It answers customer questions, reduces returns, builds confidence to buy. And this right here can be another blend of you being on camera or just specific body part. Maybe your hands. You're just holding it in front of the camera and you're pressing the buttons. You're demonstrating how to use the product step by step. It answers questions for customers. And that's what customers want. They want to know what to expect before they actually get it home. So kind of like when you go to the supermarket and you see a new product on the shelf or you see an old product on the shelf, you never know what you're going to get unless you've purchased that product before. You never know what you're going to get. Now, one of the best examples of a tutorial or a product demonstration in the store is if you go to one of those, I guess they can consider it a big box store. Maybe like a Costco's or something like that, a Sam's Club, where they have some people who have their stands and they might give you a food sample. They show the process of them making the food and they give you a sample. Now you know what it feels like, what it looks like, what it tastes like, and now you're more apt to buying it or not buying it. But traditionally, you go to a store, everything's in a package. You never know what it's going to end up being until you actually take it home, open it up, and start to prepare it yourself. So presentation is everything. That box is what's selling the actual product. So if the product on the box looks appetizing, or if the picture on that, you know, box for the furniture or whatever it is, if it looks like it's well put together, if it has enough information on it that describes, what's inside, the dimensions, then that helps you get a clear picture. That helps you answer some questions in your mind. Now, for a lot of people, they're able to make a decision based off of visuals, just simple pictures. And those pictures will allow them to create a video in their mind of what it might look like once when I get that product home. What will it look like once when I have it set up? Will it fit in this particular space that I'm thinking about it fitting in? Well, you being a UGC content creator, you can help answer those questions because if you're willing to be on camera, if you're willing to show maybe parts of yourself or parts of your home, you might be able to set up that particular product in the corner of your home and say, hey, this product right here fits perfectly by my nightstand in my bedroom. And if a person who's watching has a nightstand, they already know the dimensions of their personal nightstand, and they might feel as though, okay, their nightstand is the same dimensions as mine. And that product or service, it fits next to theirs. So, okay, it should absolutely fit next to mine. And that answers the questions. So it says here, the length, once again, 45 to 90 seconds. In the rate range, $200 to $600 per video. Why? Well, when it comes to demonstrations and things that answers questions, it eliminates resistance. And that can lead to you selling more higher ticket products. Imagine a car. thousands and tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine seeing a demonstration of someone driving a car, shifting gears, hearing the sound of the engine, seeing them race down the street, seeing it real, not just some advertisement where, it's in a controlled environment, but seeing a real person go through all of the features in a real life scenario, that could actually sell that car for a person. And when you're doing it this way, as a UGC content creator, you can focus on specific niche aspects of that particular product. Unlike the commercial, the company's commercial, they might want to give you a broad overview. Hey, this is a luxury vehicle. It goes 0 to 60 in however many seconds. That used to be one of those main focal points. How fast does a car go in a certain amount of time? Who does that attract? Well, it might attract people that want to go fast in a fast amount of time, right? But what if you focused on the aspect of just the tires and the time of the year? And we think about how we're going into fall, and then after that, it'll be winter. And in a lot of areas, it might be a lot of snow. So some people might be expecting it to snow a lot in their area come this winter season. And imagine you making a video about a specific car, but you're talking about the fact that the way it sits is not too low on the ground. So if it's snow in your area, or if you have the potential to have, a lot of snow in your area, you'll still be able to drive that vehicle because it's not too low to the ground. It sits up a little bit. Or it comes equipped with these particular tires that has great traction in the snow. It already comes equipped with these tires. Or it sits up high. It's a truck. It's not a regular car. So even if you did get half a foot of snow, you won't be stuck in the snow because this vehicle will be able to get you from point A to B without any problem. And that might be enough to make that person make that buying decision. That might answer the main question, the main concern that a person is having before purchasing a car. Now we go to video type 4, a lifestyle showcase. What it is. It's a cinematic style video integrating the product naturally into your daily life. Why brands love it. It's aspirational content. Perfect for beauty, wellness, food, and fashion brands. So, once again, that goes to my earlier point about you might make content and you think that this is what's going to hit, but then you show a piece of content where you just show what you had for breakfast and you start getting a lot of likes on that. And you're like, that has nothing to do with my business. Well, what if you were promoting a product that was food related? Then this would fit with your lifestyle perfectly. You'd be able to recreate these type of videos over and over and over and over again. Because hey, if you love food and you love to cook and you possibly don't want to even show your face, then you could just show your presentation style. Not only would you possibly be selling the food, the food kit or whatever it is, but the plate that you actually have the food on, that could be another product that you're actually promoting. Because the person will look and say, man, that food looks good. But look at that plate. Look at that dish that they have it in. I wonder, where can I get that also? I want you to ask yourself, when was the last time that you saw something, even in a video, and everybody likes it, and people are pointing out different things in the video that maybe the creator wasn't even intentionally, aiming at them looking at. It's supposed to be a car, but now people are looking at, hey, what's that store? What's that store behind them? and they want to know where that is. What's that location or whatever else is in the particular advertisement. So there's ways of making things work for you that you might not be aware of or be conscious of right away. So with this type, it says the length 15 to 45 seconds. So a little bit shorter, right? It says the range is $100 to $350 per video. Now it's a little bit shorter because hey, even these don't necessarily have to be videos. Once again, it could just be a picture of what you had to eat, or it could be a 15 second long shot of you, doing kind of like a drone type of shot, or a panning shot of the plate or the preparation of the food, slicing, dicing, plating, and all of these things could just be done in a matter of 15 to 45 seconds without you ever showing your face. And you can also incorporate your AI UGC avatar and having them with a excited, surprised expression on their face after the dish is fully plated. However you want to mix it up. And then it goes to video type 5, before and after. So it says what it is. You show the problem first, then demonstrate how the product solves it. Why brands love it. It says strong contrast storytelling, extremely high conversion for problem solution products. Now, this right here, this could be a blend of you, and it could be even more so a blend of your AI UGC avatar, because it doesn't necessarily has to be a physical product. It could be a digital product. It could be a product that you need in order to create your videos. And you're like, man, it's going to take me all day to record this video to get the shot right. But what if you created as they say, the length, a 30 to 60-second video, your AI avatar sitting at a laptop, and it's talking about this AI video tool that allows you to create unlimited videos, no monthly fees, and no credit limits, meaning that your issue of running out of credits, having to pay for expensive software, you know, having to wait 10, 15 days in order for either your regular monthly billing cycle to recycle so that you get more credits, as compared to, saying, hey, you run out of credits and then you have to spend even more money in the midst of that billing cycle just so that you can continue creating more videos. What if you presented that problem or addressed that problem just using your AI avatar? And the fact that your AI avatar is doing a 30 to 60-second video, and it's created using that particular AI video tool. And you're demonstrating it right as the person is watching. And then you come back later, you have another version of it, and a third version, and the fourth version, all in the same day. And you said, hey, this right here would have taken me a whole month on that high price plan because I'm limited by credits, and each month it only allows me to do, you know, 3 videos, 3 1 minute long type of videos. And then I have to re-up on credits. But what if you solve that problem? And that's something that we actually solve here in Hustleverse, right? That's one of the main products that we actually share and we actually promote because it helps me on a daily basis. Just like when you see me create or you see the intro video, you see those videos, I'm using a specific tool that allows me to create unlimited content without having a monthly bill or a credit limit restriction. And I'm able to create 10, 20, 30 videos in a day and not have to worry about it saying, hey, you ran out of credits. Now you have to wait 29 days in order to create your next video. What if you had multiple brands that wanted you to create content, and now you have the opportunity, you have the offers, but you don't have the tools that will allow you to get started creating? And that's the problem that I want to help you solve. So we solved one problem in the beginning, the issue of traffic, getting people to see what you have to offer. We solved that problem. If you want that solution, then all you have to do is comment hustle, and I will send you a link that will take you directly to that solution to that problem so that you never have to worry about lack of traffic again. It's only if you want that problem solved. Now, when it comes to what do I show that person when I get the traffic, when I have all of these people on my list and I want to share with them more opportunities, more products, I want to use these 5 video types to send them videos on different products and services, right? That they can possibly use themselves. Now I need to have a tool that will allow me to create an unlimited amount of content to share with all of these people on a daily basis, maybe multiple times a day. So if you're interested in that, then I want you to comment UGC, and I'll send you access to the specific tool that I use that allows me to create unlimited content. Now, I just want to talk to you about one additional section, and we've already kind of covered it in each one of these 5 video types, but this one right here, I just want you to see it just a little bit clearer. It says the UGC video type rate reference. So once again, we have the 5 types. Testimonial review, 30 to 60 seconds, $150 to $250 for beginner rates. So if you're a beginner, these could be the possible rates that you could command. And once when you get experience, you start, going through the extra, you know, editing process, you start doing more in editing, you start making your videos look a little bit more polished, then you could possibly command these rates of 300 to 500. And it says what? For what niches? All niches. So all of these different styles can be good for all niches, e-commerce, subscription, tech, beauty, fitness, fashion, wellness, food, health, beauty, home. Whatever it is. Got your unboxing. Once again, 45 seconds to 90 seconds. $150 to $300 as a beginner. $350 to $600 as a experienced creator. And then we have the rest of them. Tutorial, how to. All of these video lengths are no more than a minute and a half. And you don't have to go all the way to the limit, right? Now, using our hype framework, you can condense this time. Maybe you keep it at 60 seconds. Maybe you'll keep it at 45. But of course, that requires you to use the hype method and to condense the time frame to complete each faction or feature of the hype framework. And if you can get it done in those time frames, then you have a consistent blueprint or template to be able to create all of these type of videos and be able to command these specific rates. Now, that's if you decide that you want to go with the, you know, getting into brand deals and getting into sponsorships and things like that, which if you have access to this document, we go in depth and give you the additional tools needed in order to present yourself to various brands so that you can possibly get these deals, right? Now, once again, what if you just contacted these brands and they say, yes, okay, we want you to do these videos. And now you're like, okay, well, now you got to decide, how do I do these videos? Now you need the tool. Are you going to go look for the tool somewhere else, or are you going to take the tool that we know works and that will help you get it done as easy, as simple, and as unlimited as possible? So we have the tool. And now you say to yourself, okay, well, these brands, they're they're giving me the opportunity to create the content. Now, their hopes is that people are going to actually see my content and that they're going to get results from people seeing my content. But what if you don't get them any results? What if you don't get them any views? Then will that brand want you to do any more videos? No. Why? Because you didn't get any traffic. So in the beginning, we solved the problem of traffic, right? So what if you already had a steady stream of traffic and you had the tools available to create the unlimited content? And now you have a list of, just like it mentioned, it said that, at that point, I had 366 leads. I mean, 366 people that I can actually show content to, people that actually signed up to receive information from me. So that's as targeted as you can get, people that actually signed up to receive information from you. And then you say, hey, now I'm gonna reach out to some brands, get these deals, have them pay me, not knowing that, hey, I got a loyal following of people that look forward to my content. And now you're sending the information to the people on your list and they're actually engaging with the brands. Now the brand is looking and they're saying, wow, this person that we just paid $150 to, they actually got us a return on our investment. Let's do what? Let's see what happens if we pay them more. Let's see what happens if we actually pay them more, if they can make it happen again. And as you're growing and you're getting more and more views and more leads, everything starts to compound. You start to become more valuable. And that's when you start to build a business where you can actually scale. Now it's not just one brand. Now it's multiple brands. Now it's not just multiple brands. It's continuous, jobs from each one of these brands because they know that you're able to give results because you followed a framework and you're able to get them results. That's how you build a business that's built for longevity. You follow a template, you get everything that you need in order to build the foundation, right? Because we always talk about foundation. And we always go back to the most valuable document in all of online marketing, the Hustler's 10 Minute a Day Challenge doc, because the foundational skills start right here. This is why the value of this document is up there. It's valued at almost $5,000 because this right here can help you lay the foundation for something that you can do today, tomorrow, into the future, and it's only growing. Now, let me just transition one more time before we end today's live. I want to pull up our training document here titled How Creators Are Using AI to Build Profitable Online Businesses. And it says here, once again, the numbers don't lie. 80 to 95% reduction in production time, 70 to 90% lower cost per video. And we can get lower cost per video because, hey, we share with you tools that are unlimited and don't have any credit limits. So you're not spending monthly on the particular tools and you're able to create more, right? So got you covered. 2 to 5x higher ad testing volume for brands and 20 to 40% higher CTR versus traditional ads. So this is talking about ads, but what we were talking about in the beginning is more powerful than just using regular paid ads. Because ads mean that, hey, you're continuously paying for views over and over and over, hoping for a conversion. But what we were sharing in the beginning is about being able to create a system, whereas once when you pay for the positioning of the ad, so to speak, now you're actually building a list and you're able to email those people regularly without having to spend more money. So I want you to think about systems, ways of doing things faster and more efficient. So it says zero filming, infinite variations, hyper personalized content at scale, perfect for affiliate marketers, coaches, and UGC creators who want to dominate. So if you're ready, if this is your Monday to take your heart back, I want you to comment hustle, and I want to help you start on the journey to getting your problem solved. Now, will it be something that's super expensive? No. Just like that beginning training video. It talked about, do you need to invest the $497 into a product or service? No, you don't need to invest $497 into a particular product or service. Can you make this happen for less? Yes, you can. Absolutely. But I want to talk to you guys and I want to share with you the information and how you can actually get this done for a lot less than that. So if you're interested, once again, comment hustle and I'll send you the information that will absolutely change the way you do your business. Solving your problems once and for all so that you can build a better life. So with that, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's live. Hope it gives you some inspiration and motivation, and it's going to help you get through not only today. If today is your Monday at work and you came in tired and groggy and you're not really looking forward to how the rest of the week goes, hopefully I've given you something to look forward to so that now you know that you have an option. You have a way that possibly by the end of the week, you could be heading in a direction that allows you to solve even more of your problems. So we're going to close out like we always do. And, you know, I might just, I'm going to play another video. I'm going to play another music video for you before we close out. I'm feeling good today. More than likely, I'm going to have something to eat. Then I might just go sit outside and enjoy this nice weather. But let's see what we got. See what video I want to play for you guys. And make sure that you're commenting and letting me know what you think about today's live. And make sure that you also share it. Because what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start making these lives a lot more exclusive. I'm going to start putting restrictions on it, making them available for a limited amount of time. And for the people that actually come to see it when they're supposed to see it, those are going to be the people that get to take advantage of what it has to offer. So right now I'm scrolling through. You know, when it comes to picking a video, I love everything that I create. I enjoy creating content. And it's hard for me to pick. But let's do this, because I don't think I've played this video enough. This video right here is for a song that I created, and now I used the song as background music for a lot of my reels. And then I said, man, I like the song so much that I wanted to create a simple video for it. But I haven't given it enough play, I would say. So this one is a Hustle Bear song. It's called 500 Reels Deep. So, you know, I've done well over 500 reels. You know, I put in that work consistently. I've done over 300 lives. So we're not even talking about reels. So I can't imagine how many of those I've done over the course of time. But this one called 500 Reels Deep. And I used what? I used my favorite AI video, unlimited AI tool to help me create this video. And you can also. So with that, once again, I hope you have enjoyed this live. Comment Hustle once again for all of the information so that you can get access. And I will see you in tomorrow's live.
They be asking, what work? I'm like, you count wins. I'm counting reps. Everybody, hey. Everybody want that one post hit, that one clip that make the whole thing flip, but they don't see what it really take. All the misses that you had to make. I dropped 1, 2, then lost count. No results, I still stayed down because I knew what they couldn't see. Every rep was building me, not random work, not guessing blind. Each reel sharp in how I design. Hooks got tighter, timing got clean. I learned the game from in between. All them uploads, all that grind was laying bricks in the back of my mind. So when one finally caught that spark, it wasn't luck, it was built in the dark. Consistency, got a body count. Consistency, got a body count. Every rep, stacking up the amount. Consistency, got a body count. Yeah, most quit early, can't take the pace. Want instant wins, don't trust the race. They post a few, then disappear. Blame the game, but fear the mirror. Because volume exposed the truth. How bad you want it, how much you move. It show your habits, your discipline. If you really locked in, or just visiting. See, I stopped looking for perfect plays and focus more on stacking days. One reel today, then one tomorrow. Turn small effort into a flow. Now I don't think, I just create. Because momentum don't hesitate. And what felt heavy back then to do, now feel like something I was born to move. Consistency, got a body count. Consistency, got a body count. Every loss, turning to amount. Consistency, got a body count. 500 deep, now look at get the shift. What used to feel like a heavy lift, not just part of how I breathe. Creation live inside of me, no hesitation. When it's time, I build a system through the grind. Not guessing what the dropper say, because I earned that clarity through every clip that didn't land, through every post that wasn't planned, through every moment I showed up, even when it felt like it wasn't enough. Now that volume turned to power, every minute, every hour. Because when you stack like that, it count. And that's when consistency got a body count. Consistency got a body count. Consistency got a body count. Built it brick by brick, no doubt. Consistency got a body count. It was never about going viral. It was about outlasting your doubt.
Woke up to silence, dreams still heavy. Phone screen dry, but my vision stays steady. Mama said, baby, that job ain't your lane. But I clocked in anyway, chasing someone else's gain. That got me dancing with denial at night. Scrolling for hope, but it's hidden from sight. 10 minutes a day, sounded small at first, but in silence even whispers can't quench a thirst. Notebook in hand, wrote my future in ink. Mapped out my mission before I started to sink. Every post was a prayer, every share had weight. I wasn't selling a link, I was shifting fate. I found my rhythm in the quietest place, where hustle meant healing and grind meant grace. From the corner of doubt, I carved my space. Legacy ain't loud, but it wins the race. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. People laugh, said she doing too much. To my PayPal ping, then they changed up the touch. No big brand, no six-figure crew, just a mic, some lyrics, and a dream that grew. Tired of waiting for the gatekeeper's call, so I built my own stage, held my own hall. Suno on deck, that's the beat in my chest. GPT spitting like I'm born to impress. Said I'd never make it, cool, noted. But now my bars turn pain into coated. From broken to branded, I ain't asked for fame, I asked for freedom and I claim my name now. Hustle berry on loop like healing chance, for the girls who grew up with limited chance. This is more than a challenge, it's breaking the chain. Cause 10 minutes a day rewired my brain. 10 minutes a day, brick by brick, built from the bottom, now the vision stick. No hype, no cap, just clarity. This ain't just income, it's legacy. Every click, every song I create etches my name where they can't erase. You can doubt, but you gon' see. 10 minutes a day turned into legacy. Now my daughter sees me different, eyes full of fire. She said, Ma, your words lift me higher. This ain't a hustle, this a heart-led path, where math meets message and message meets math. Community over clicks, value over hype. I ain't here to trend, I'm here to type blueprints for the ones still stuck in fear. Let them borrow my belief till their purpose clear. haters still quiet, but I'm loud with grace. Posting in peace, not a mask on my face. Every bar I drop, every beat I